Across the globe, people are trading in a life of safety and security for a life of faith and adventure. Their mission is to share God's love to those who have not yet heard. And our goal is to show you a glimpse into their world. Scotland is a country of incredible beauty. It brings to mind bagpipes, Braveheart, and Loch Ness. But it is much more than that. Scotland is located in the northern third of Great Britain and shares a land border to the south with England. Even though it is no longer a separate sovereign state, the Scottish people still continue their culture and their national identity. Bob and Melissa Hill have been sharing the love of God to the people of Scotland for over 13 years.
Just felt like this is where God wanted us to be, and had no idea what Scotland was really like, but it was, it's just God from the very beginning.
Scotland is known for its beautiful countryside, its castles, and its history. One such historical landmark is the Overton House. Located in the town of Dumbarton, just outside of Glasgow, it was the home of Christian philanthropist James White. Built in 1862, the 40,000 square foot mansion was owned by the White family until 1939. It was then given to the people of Dumbarton. In 2001, the local council accepted a proposal to lease it to the Christian Center for Hope and Healing, which is directed by Bob and Melissa Hill.
But we were able to get it to do what we want to do, which is really work with the children in the area to help women who are in crisis, young teenagers who are pregnant or abused, and then for family enrichment and for the use of the gospel.
Sometimes it's hard to see that, for people to see that we actually need support because you live in this castle. The castle's in very bad shape, and we're not really here for the castle. We're here for what the castle offers, which is a ministry to women, to children, to teenagers. And when we do that part of it and explain that part, then more and more people are willing to help out. Good morning.
One of their outreaches to the community, the Tea Room, is directed by Bob and Melissa's daughter.
It's mostly locals, and a lot of it's because the room that we're in is the Angel Room, and that was a maternity ward from the end of the Second World War till 1979.
This is the first time I've been here for about 50 years. The last time here I was producing a son.
It's really, for the public relations side of it, it's great. And then people ask, well, why are you doing this? And so we get an opportunity to, share our story with them about how God has led us here. And so it works out pretty good.
I was taken up here by a friend to meet Bob and Melissa. And I gave my heart to the Lord up here. So this is my birthplace.
For children of the rock.
Bob and Melissa have also partnered with other missionaries to help reach out to the Scottish people.
One of the families that's working here in Overton House with us in the ministry is Ryan and Chris Haney with their daughter Cassie, and their main emphasis is on the children here in this area.
So every Wednesday for an hour and a half the kids come up and we have puppets and music and lots of games, but everything is Christ-centered.
Basically the part that I'm involved in is the Bible stories and then the games. I do most of the planning for the games.
With who? She's not got her husband, she's not got her sons.
They get a chance to hear about how much God loves them and to find out that being a Christian is fun. It's not just some set of rules and regulations that you have to stand a certain way or do things a certain way. It's just about your relationship with God.
We learn about God and how to pray, and we learn sign language and for like memory verses, and it's really fun. John 16.
Another family we have here is David and Rachel Martin, and they're with us to work with the girls in the residential floor and to help us run the church.
Well, here at the Overton House, we're actually in the process of remodeling it and getting it prepared, ready for ministry. There's a lot that needs to be done. One of the things that we're working on right now is the kitchen here. We're putting some mud on the wall so we can get some paint on, get some flooring into the half of this other half of it, and where we can use it to its fullest.
Our primary role is basically a support role for Bob and Melissa. It's been one of those things where you're like, what's your calling? Everybody's asking, what's your calling over there? And for a long time, we just kind of shook our heads and said, I don't really know. But God really laid on our hearts that we should be here to really back Bob and Melissa up. This is the third floor to Overton House, and this will be the floor that houses the unwed teenage pregnant girls.
It's supposed to look like a street. The girl will come into her flat like it's off of a main street. And so the whole thing is to give them value.
What we want them to see is basically that what a home can be, where they're not alone and they're not just out on their own having to take care of a little one, but basically give them a home environment while they're here.
We get teams over here all the time from the States, and they're teams both of skilled workers and non-skilled workers. The great thing about Overton House is we've got enough work around here for both.
Yeah, we're really targeting young people. We really feel that they are the hope for this next generation. We don't want to lose this generation. They've already lost one generation of young people. So our hope is that as we reach these young people, that they will begin to influence very positively the whole culture.
Bob and Melissa are making a difference in the lives of Scotland's youth. They have partnered with Chick Maley, the owner of a local skate park, and launched a new outreach to skateboarders, bikers, and rollerbladers, a ministry called Deeper.
We're here at Unit 23. It's a local skate park. As a matter of fact, it's the largest skate park, indoor skate park in the United Kingdom. What happens is we pay for each one of the kids to come and skate. They come in and they listen to a gospel message.
And it's been very, very effective. And it's touched a lot of kids, a lot more than what you see here tonight.
Wouldn't you like your dad to come and watch you do all your tricks and say, oh, wow, look at my son, he's really good. Well, God in heaven sees that when you do your BMXing or your rollerblading or your skateboarding. He sees that. And he said, I gave you the ability to do that, and I'm so happy to watch you do it. Don't give it up. Give it your best.
There are over 100 kids that come to Deeper. And since skaters listen to skaters, Bob asked U.S. pro skater David Riesbeck to come to Scotland to help reach the kids.
Hey, listen, let me tell you a story about Dave. He came into the airport today at 3:30.
This is why they wouldn't let me through immigration. The lady, she goes, will you take off your hat, sir? And I did this, she goes, okay, go have a seat, please. So 2 hours later, we finally got in. They had to call Bob. They had to talk to him. They had to ask me questions.
I made it. Barely.
When we come back, we head to Kelvin Grove to skate, to share God's love, and to invite skaters to Deeper. Also, Dave gets quite a scare with the Scottish police.
I started saying some major prayers. Major prayers.
Would you like to bring All Over the World to your church or ministry? You can by purchasing the All Over the World Worldview Small Group Experience. This 6-week small group curriculum features and includes 6 of our most popular programs. Watch the shows and document your own quest with your personal travel log. You and your group will experience what God is doing around the world and find out how you can join the adventure. For more information, visit www.aotw.tv.
Bob and Melissa Hill are reaching out to the people of Scotland. Even though Scotland has its roots in Christianity, today it is largely a post-Christian society.
Yeah, the West, and really Scotland, almost all of the UK is in what we would call a post-Christian era, where you have only 1%, less than 1% of the people go to any kind of church at all.
Lots of people have never heard of the fact that God loves them and that God is interested in a personal relationship with them.
As you can see, lots of churches have here in Scotland have basically closed and turned into museums, and it's kind of indicative of things. Right now they close about 18 churches a month. Nobody really knows who Jesus is. Nobody's read their Bible. Nobody knows. If you say turn to John 3:16, they want to know who John is and what 3 and 16 have to do with anything. And so it's they're just absolutely in the dark.
Some people are desperate to hear of something greater, something better, and to find out that there's more to life than they've experienced.
The average age of a church attender in Scotland is over 60, and a congregation may have 20 to 50 people in it, and they get smaller and smaller and smaller because they just grow old and die. We're headed over to Unit 23 right now, where the skate park is. That's where Deeper's held on Thursday nights. There's just tons of kids there, and lots of stuff's happening. They won't be doing anything on the inside if Chick keeps that really straight. There's probably a bunch of guys out in the front, you know, drinking and doing drugs and stuff. And this is normal. This is a normal thing. It's usually not here at the unit, but these kids, this will be their normal weekend. They will go out and get stoned and drunk out of their heads until they just can't stand up. The whole point of places like the unit here is that it gives good positive things that they can be involved with. My first 12 years here really have been trying to find things that we could say yes to, because the kids generally get told no about everything. What we're doing here, Paul over here in the black shirt had this idea last year about doing a half pipe here in the basement of the house. And so the whole thing was, we came out here and we did it. All of these guys come here and built this half pipe.
There's one cool thing about this beard is that I can keep screws in there.
Alcoholism's really high in this country and stuff, and there's a lot of rough areas. That's where most kids go to Deeper come from. There's just nothing to do and no one to turn to, and they're just looking for someone to really care for them.
Well, I think it's really good. It's got to be a good thing to try and embrace young people. It's obviously so easy for them to lose their way.
We're heading to Kelvin Grove Skate Park, the best skate park in all of Glasgow. Well, it's the only skate park in Glasgow.
Well, that's not true. The rest are pretty ghetto, and we don't go there because we get robbed, to be honest.
Probably most of my time in Scotland, I'll spend a lot of it here at Kelvin Grove Skate Park. It's just a good place to hang out, and there's always people here. And so I know a lot of the kids here, most everyone here, you know, either I know or they know me, and so it's really created an avenue for me that I have, you know, just God's given me favor here. There's purpose to every day, and that's what I want to be able to tell people. I mean, not just limited to skateboarders and, you know, kids, but just to everyone I come into contact with, beard or not.
That's because of this. It overweighed his head, so it got thrown to the ground first.
It's good that they're trying to tell people about God and how they feel, and that they believe in something so much that they do that for their life, which I kind of respect.
Well, but it's good to learn about God and stuff that we don't actually know about.
Kids just always, they see a beard and they think American right away, so they just come up and talk to me like, oh, where are you from? So I just tell them about that, and then tell them about Deeper, and they're like, oh yeah, we heard about that. And so they're like, I just invited them to come. That's usually what I tell everyone, tell them about Deeper, and then kind of opens a door for me to just talk about Jesus, and then ends up talking about skateboarding. So it starts with skateboarding, goes into Jesus, comes back to skateboarding, and that's the whole deal.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, you're right by the train station, right? Yep, I'll be right there. David got stopped in Esther's car, and so they're telling him that he's that if we don't come get the car, they're going to tow it off. You need to come with me. David just got pulled over.
That's not funny.
It's also true.
What? It's exciting drama.
Seem to always have car problems when David comes to town.
Yeah. David Riesbeck. Oh, man. Okay, right. I'll be back.
You got your license?
No.
What's your license? That's ridiculous.
Well, it's because of the way he looks.
I know it is. Hey, he's gonna have to cut his beard. Okay, it is now
All right,
officially.
You know what? Let's do it on camera tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Cool.
Yeah.
Good idea. I like your car.
There's what's up there.
Can you see?
Yeah.
We had a run-in with the Scottish police. Apparently, you're not supposed to be on your phone while you're driving, and I took a picture of an accident while I was driving by, and they pulled me over and threatened to take me to jail, and scared me to death. But I started saying some major prayers, major prayers. Jamie's proof of that. He heard me. He heard me praying. And all of a sudden their attitudes completely changed, and they were really nice to me, and they let me go. So beard 2, Scottish guard 0.
Maybe the other way around.
He's like, why don't you pull over right now? That's a 30-pound fine. I was like, oh my. And he pulls me over and he comes out and gets all serious. He's like, no, actually that's a 60-pound fine. You know I can take you to jail right now. He's like, do you have a license? And I'm like, no license. Don't have a license. Don't have insurance. Nothing. He's like, what are you doing here? And he's just like, oh, let's see, it's a holiday, so you're not going to be into court till Tuesday. So you're going to be spending the night in jail till Tuesday morning. And then he just walked away and let me stew on that one for a minute. Man.
Oh, did you?
I think that's a money raiser.
I think
that might be.
Next deeper.
You know what? If Bob shaves his mustache, I'll shave.
Hey, I'm not the one in trouble with the law, buddy. This is illegal.
Well, it should be illegal to have a mustache like that.
But I really think it's the beard. Quite honestly, I think they saw that, and then he was taking it a bit more lightly than he probably should have, until they scared him pretty good. Because when we were talking to him, he was saying, "Man, you guys scared me so bad." They go, "What? We're like Scottish police. We don't have guns. How could we scare you?"
When we come back, does David finally take the plunge? And back at Unit 23, something happens that brings skaters to their knees.
It's just very exciting. I wish I could explain it better than that, but I just don't know how to.
All Over the World is now looking for feature producers. If you have a talent in media production and would like to join the All Over the World production team, then visit us online and become a part of a national award-winning television series. Visit www.aotw.tv to register. Use your talents to help missionaries around the world.
This is a family that was almost fed by neighbors who almost volunteered to help them out. When it comes to giving, almost doesn't count.
I helped build it. Nitasaidia kujenga nyumba moja hapa.
Ayudamos, ahora son nuestras.
Я тоже помогаю в Кыргызстане. Estamos construyendo miles en el Caribe.
Hemos construido cientos en el Ecuador.
Habitat's building homes all around the world. Come join us and help build it.
Habitat for Humanity. Donate. Volunteer. Get involved. Visit habitat.org.
Scotland is known for its breathtaking landscapes, its beautiful lakes, and its grand peaks. Bob and Melissa Hill have a love for this great country and its people.
It's amazing, isn't it? This is so beautiful. This is our traditional site to stop at Glen Cove and like throw up.
It's a very religious ceremony.
Yeah.
It's just mesmerizing. There's not really any words to describe God's beauty. I mean, it's like he created this for his children, you know, to just like check out what I made for you guys. And it's just, I don't know how anyone could look at this and deny God, creator of everything. Life is found in an overflow of just knowing him. And so regardless if you live in a castle, regardless if you live in a tent, regardless if you even have a home, you know, there's a field of mission everywhere you go.
Because one thing is for sure, if you're praying, oh God, should I go? Well, I think God is pretty much into missions. I mean, he sent his own son, and that was the command to go ye. And
we wouldn't be here today. If it wasn't for Bob stopping by our apartment in Texas and just saying, David, he said to me, David, what are you doing? I said, well, Bob, I know we're coming to Scotland. He goes, well, David, the only way you're going to come is if you actually get out there and do it and go for it.
That's all I have to say, just go. That's all you have to do is go, so.
It won't be easy in some things, because obviously you're gonna have to step out just a little bit, but I guarantee you that God's gonna bless you in it. It's an adventure, and if you're for adventure, I'd go for it.
It's a journey, it's a voyage, often into the unknown, but that's the whole adventure of it.
That's what we're called to do. I mean, when Jesus said, go and make disciples of the nations, I mean, that's a green light. That's a go. That's go do it. And, you know, unless the Lord puts a stop to it and says, no, you're not going here, then there's a green light. Today is a very sad day. Well, I have to shave my beard because of immigration and the trouble that I had coming into the country. They stamped my passport and said, if I don't get a visa, I can't come back. So I've got to go meet with one of the council officials, and you know, I've written a letter pleading my case, saying, please, please, please let me come back. I don't even know where to start. Oh my goodness. Maybe I could just reason with myself. Dude, this thing is long. I'm a little bitter right now, okay? In case you're not picking that up on the camera, in case you can't capture the full feelings inside, there's a little bit of bitterness happening right now. It's good to me.
That looks like a rat. Looks like you killed a rat and stuck it to your chin.
But all joking aside, I trust that the Lord is in this, and I trust that he's going to accomplish what he wants done. And so if I got to shave my beard, I'll shave my beard. Today was a very sad day for me, ladies and gentlemen, as I had to shave my beard. Everybody go, aww. So what I want to share with you guys tonight is about what eternity really is. Because I'll tell you the story about Jesus, and I'm sure that you guys have heard it. But I'm just going to tell you why it is so important. So just right now, you guys, I want to pray with you, and then I want to invite you guys to be bold tonight.
And we invited the kids, if they really wanted to know God, spend eternity with him, have him in their heart, for them to raise their hands, and over 25 kids did. Then we invited them to come back to the back room here and give us a chance to pray with them, explain further what had happened. And
This is just everyone saying, you know what, I want Jesus to live in my heart.
And this is exactly what becoming a Christian means. And that's my heart's desire, is to see these kids meet Jesus and know that He is the only thing that can sustain them. And I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited. If this is a result of shaving my beard, then I'll shave my beard all the time.
And it's just a great step forward. These kids making those decisions and beginning their journeys.
It's just very exciting. I wish I could explain it better than that, but I just don't know how to.
We're getting through to them, so that's exciting. We've done this for a year, and sometimes you go, did we do anything tonight? Did we make an impact? But when you have a night like tonight, when you have these guys come up and they're hungry for what's going on, it's satisfying. It's satisfying into your spirit.
God is touching these kids' hearts, and the message is getting through, and it's just amazing opportunity. So it was good stuff tonight.
It was so awesome to see all those boys in that room getting prayed for and giving their hearts to the Lord, and even coming up for prayer about their families and things. It's so awesome.
Well, he's definitely touching a lot of people through skating, so I guess a big part in it. It's just great to get to know that the Lord loves us.
I would like to thank churches in the United States for sending cool people like you are to here and giving the young kids a good message and go with them skating.
It might be a bit abstract or a bit different, but it's affecting a lot of kids, and it's happening now and it's working.
Bob and Melissa Hill are doing a tremendous work in Scotland. The Overton House and the skate church that they lead are truly making a difference in the lives of Scotland's youth. Please consider how you could be a part of this harvest, whether it's going on a missions trip or praying for or giving support. You can be a part of reaching Scotland for Christ.
Willa, thank you so much for your prayers and your participation. Without your funding, without the prayers, we couldn't do this, and it's crucial that this work goes forward. So we just invite you to come on along and be a part of it. We want to thank Globe International for their tremendous support over the last 22 years, and for a Christian television network for doing this, and we just say thank you, and blessings upon you from Scotland. Ta.
You will be open to such a new realm of God's love that will just either break your heart or change your heart. And I would recommend that to every young person wanting to go onto the mission field.
Would you like to be featured on All Over the World? Then visit our website at www.aotw.tv. We are looking for young people who have a heart for the lost and are reaching the world with the gospel of Christ. Would you like a DVD copy of today's show? All Over the World is great for youth groups, missions teams, and outreach adventurers. To get your copy, visit us on the web at www.aotw.tv. A portion of all proceeds will go to support Bob and Melissa Hill and the Ministries of Scotland.